Hi everyone, Eric here again. So today I want to share a tutorial on how to make a fluorescent marker on our newly released multi-tool called DAKOYU D4. Now before I start, I'd like to give a special thanks to Dawson at DAKOYU headquarters for giving me this idea as well as sharing the instructions. Now let me get everything you need on the table and I'll be right back. Now here's everything you will need for this project. So starting from the very back, you have some paper towels over there for cleaning up the mess, some waste paper that you use to actually mix the fluorescent mixture. Everything back here are for preparation. You have also proper alcohol, some cotton swabs, masking tape, gloves are a good idea. At the front, you'll have your fluorescent powder. This one is the high-vis yellow. You need your UV resin, a small screwdriver for mixing, a flat edge surface card. In this case, we have the warranty card made from aluminum, very, very easy to use. Of course, we need the D4. And in the very end, when you set the mixture, you will want to use a UV light, either a standing one, a flashlight, or under the sun. They all work. So let's start with the first step. Now, the first step would be prepping the surface. So I've gone ahead and dumped some alcohol onto this cap right here. I'll dip it with the cotton swab. Now, here is the area that will actually apply the UV resin. So we're gonna get the cotton swab inside and try to clean it as much as we can. All right. So once that is done, you'll need to get some masking tape and mask off the perimeter of this recess so we can do a nice and clean job. So I'll go ahead and do that. I'll be back in a sec. Now here I've already finished masking off the recess here. And the next step would be mixing the fluorescent powder with the UV resin. So I'll dump some out and I'll show you once we start mixing. Now here I've gone ahead and opened the fluorescent powder, dumped out a small amount along with some UV resin. Once they're there, just give them a good mix. Now bring it a little closer. All right. So what you're looking for is a consistency more or less similar to toothpaste. All right, so after some more mixing, I believe we've achieved the optimal consistency. So as you can see, we'll pull up slightly. You want to add in as much fluorescent powder as you can without making it too hard to flow. So now we can go ahead and take our card and transfer it onto the card where you can then apply to the multi-tool. I've gone ahead and pre-filled the hole with the mixture and wiped it clean with the edge of the card. So now it's ready to go. Next step will be putting it under the UV light. Give it a few minutes and then see how it cures. All right, so I've gone ahead and plugged in the UV light. I'm just gonna put it over the UV resin for about 5 minutes. You can use a standing UV light, a UV flashlight, or you can also take it to the outside to spend about 15 minutes under the noon sun. It will cure that way as well. All right, that's been about 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and unplug the UV light and see how it turned out. I'll move that aside, and we can see it's already solidified. All right, time for the big reveal. There we go. I'd say that's a pretty good result. Very slight bleed on the top there. Nothing a little buff wouldn't come out. All right, I'd say that's a pretty good success. So we'll give that a test by turning the lights off. See how bright it is. All right, as you can see, it's quite bright. There's the reflection from the table. Excuse me. All right, so we'll turn the light back on. Yeah, so I'd say that was a pretty good success. If you want to give it a try, I do have a couple of recommendations. First, in terms of the UV powder, fluorescent powder, rather, you do not need very much. I'd say somewhere around 10 grams would suffice. I believe this is a bag of 50 grams. It's gonna last me pretty much a lifetime. And for the UV resin, you want something that's clear and to be the bare minimum in order to show the best result. In terms of color choice, there are lots of different colors you can choose for the fluorescent powder, ranging from high-vis yellow, green, all the way to purple. Now, the ones with the best result are going to be this style. So the high-vis yellow. Anything that's more purple, it does not shine as bright and does not last as long. So yeah, here we go. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just leave them below, and we'll see you again.